What's up? Welcome to No BS Affiliate Marketing. Welcome to No BS Affiliate Marketing
with your hosts,
Andy Mattis
and Pascal Kurz. What's up, everybody? Today's topic will be the 7 mistakes affiliate marketers make. So actually, before we get started, let us share a quick story with you here. So when people get into the affiliate marketing space, obviously, not everybody is just, smashing it right out of the park. I think we are both good examples for that. There are many mistakes that, especially beginner affiliate marketers make. So we just thought we will, create an episode around the most common mistakes and address them and really, so that you don't do the same mistakes, fall for the same traps that we fell for, so that you can basically skyrocket your affiliate marketing business without doing as many mistakes as we did.
Mm-hmm.
So shall we dive into the first one?
Let's get started. Let's do it.
Awesome. So the first one is don't spam the internet. Now, what do we mean by that?
Yeah, this is a big one. Don't just go. I hear people saying, "Oh, I've watched YouTube videos where they say just go onto ClickBank and throw your links out, and then sales are going to come in." There's more to it than that. Okay, so don't just go around posting your links everywhere. People hate it. A lot of people do it, and if you're doing that and not making sales, then that's your problem. There has to be, like I always say this, there has to be a method behind the madness. If it was just as simple as going on social media, just throwing some links out and people clicking on it and buying, everyone would be rich, right? The people who do that make 0 sales. Okay. And I know there's a lot of people out there on YouTube saying, go and grab some links from ClickBank and just go and promote them. Yeah, it doesn't quite really work like that. And one of the reasons I'm not really a big fan of ClickBank, and one of the reasons is I could just go on there now and I could just grab as many links as I want and I can literally just start promoting them, right? And I'm a firm believer of only promoting things that you actually believe in, things that you've used, things that have helped you, things that will genuinely, help your audience, because that's how you create, true raving fans. Like when you can sell people something that's good and that's actually going to solve their problem, and you help them, then they will stick with you for the long term. All right. And Pascal is a prime example of that. We met when I sold him into an affiliate program, helped him out through that. And yeah, obviously now I've broken away from that stuff. I'm in the coaching space now. He's kind of followed me to where I've currently gone at the moment. So there's much more. Don't go out there kind of spamming your links. And I'm just going to give you an example as well, because I had this earlier on today. I was actually talking to a guy on Facebook, right? And I was just curious to just ask him, okay, so what is it that you're promoting? And then boom, I'm promoting this. Throws a link in there, and he was like, "Oh, if you want any more information, let me know." Right? It's not a case of just throwing your link out there and saying to people, "If you want any more information, let me know." He didn't find out anything about me. Didn't find out anything whether I had any problems or anything like that. And business is about solving problems. Okay, so whatever you're selling should be a solution to a problem, right? So yeah, Pascal, do you want to add anything there?
Yeah, that was a good wrap up of the spamming online. And yeah, as always, that's why this podcast is called No BS Affiliate Marketing. We want to give you the truth here.
Yeah.
There's so many people or marketers out there that will tell you, like you said, go and grab an offer of ClickBank and post it on Facebook. You will make a lot of money. Well, same thing. Like I just happened to talk to a guy on Facebook as well, and he mentioned the exact same thing. Like, yeah, I just gone on ClickBank, I got an offer, and I posted it on Facebook, and now I'm hoping to that people will buy. I was like, so have you made any sales yet with it? And I was like, No. So that's not
Yeah.
like
It's
that's not the
sad.
first person.
It's sad. So many people do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just needy, and like it's almost like when like people you're talking to someone, they just boom, just spam a link. Oh, let me know if you want any more information about this. And it's almost like when somebody's got bad breath and you're talking to them, right? It's like, ugh, like take a step back a minute. Like this air is just right, and it's like it's like desperation. It screams desperation for a sale, and people smell it, right?
Yeah.
It's like you're always kind of reading people. You just know there has to be a system and strategy behind what you're doing. So yeah, don't just go out there just throwing your links out. Go into Facebook groups and sort of throw your links out and stuff like that. Most groups will kick you out. Don't do it in Messenger. There has to be a system and a strategy behind what you're doing. And yeah, not really going to go into what we do too much here, but it's like, with our system, it's kind of like we don't throw those links out unless, someone, we do it in such a way where people will actually kind of ask you to see what you've got if they are interested, of course, or not everyone will. And that works really well, doesn't it? So a lot of us, like including myself, are booking sort of between sort of 3 to 6 calls every single day using a system that's not just kind of boom, throw your links out there. All right, there's a much more effective way to do it. And the people who just throw links out and literally make zero, I can guarantee it.
Yeah. And the system actually works. Not
Mm-hmm.
just hoping that something will happen, that you will make a sale.
Yeah.
There's a real strategy behind it. All right. With that being said, shall we dive into the second mistake that directly, relates to what we talked about, spamming your link. So when you're spamming your link with no system in place, you are not collecting email addresses. Right?
Yes.
So that's the second point. The second biggest, second mistake that affiliates make is not collecting email addresses. So,
Mhm.
Andy, like, why is it important to collect email addresses?
Well, because like your email list is the only real asset that you actually own, right? You don't own social media. You don't own, if you're doing affiliate marketing, you don't own the products. You don't own anything, right? You may pay for softwares and stuff like that, or you may use platforms like YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, whatever it is, but you don't own it, right? And things change. There could be any point where you could get kicked off this platform for breaking the rules. You could get banned. The platform could go bust. People would say Facebook never go bust, but look at like MySpace and Bebo and platforms like that were popping back in the day. They're like non-existent now. So it's like your email list is the only asset that you really kind of own, and you really want to make sure that you're actually building that thing from day one, right? And I just want to touch on something else here as well, because a lot of people come in, they're like, yeah, I hear like the money's in the list, and they just go out and they just start like building this email list as fast as they can with like solo ads and stuff like that, and it's like they think they're just going to make them like a whole bunch of money like right out the gate, right? So email marketing is a very profitable channel. However, it's not about just the size of the list. It's also about actually having a relationship with that list. So if you're putting a whole bunch of junk traffic into this email list, it's not really going to serve you well in the long run. Okay. And I'm not a fan of kind of solo ads either. Another thing when it comes to sort of building your email list as well is people think, right, okay, I need funnels. I have to use a funnel to build my email list. You don't. You can build your email list just from social media. If you have a Facebook group, you can collect emails there. There's ways to kind of automate and stuff like that. So like another thing, I just like this probably isn't even in this kind of list, but it's like people get so hung up on funnels, right, and nothing else is actually kind of working in their business. So it's
Yeah.
like what you have to think about, like what are funnels actually there for. And like, don't get me wrong, Russell Brunson, his marketing is amazing, right? He's done an amazing job to make people obviously believe that this is something that they actually need. But a funnel is there to basically automate a process that's actually already working, right? And if your process isn't, you haven't got your sales and marketing down, there's no point in you having a funnel. It's not as simple as just creating a funnel, running some ads, pushing a bunch of traffic into the funnel, and watching sales come out the back end. There's so many kind of variables which make it work. And if you're just starting out or you're kind of still fairly new, I recommend just focusing on your sales and marketing aspect of things, because that's going to move the needle 100 times faster, right? I have a funnel, making money. and I can tell you much more money comes from the sales and marketing aspect of things than the funnel, right? That's just there, something that's just there.
Can we just quickly, in case people don't know what a funnel is, get into like what it
Yeah,
actually means?
I'm glad you asked that. So it's kind of like it's basically like a tiny little website. Okay, so like the difference between a website and a funnel is a funnel's designed to take people through a specific kind of journey, right? So if you go into like a website, you go into the homepage, you've got the about section, you've got, I don't know, services, you've got all of these different places where you can just click around, right? Whereas a funnel is essentially like you're just going through like a sequence. Okay, so you can only go to the opt-in page. From there you can only go to, like, I don't know, the video, like the VSL bridge page. From there you can only go to like the calendar, survey form. You can only go from one step to the next, right? You can't just click around and go to all of these different places. So it's like you go for a funnel. Okay, you come in at the top, right? Opt-in, video, and it's designed to basically, when you come out the other end, is to have taken a specific action, not just go onto a website, click around, do whatever you want, and end up disappearing. It's designed for you to go through a specific sequence. So that's basically the difference between a funnel and a website.
Awesome. Yeah, so it should be clear now, right? And I guess I don't have anything really to add to the email addresses.
Just build your list. Doesn't
Yeah,
matter how
exactly.
slow, just build it from day one. Because when
Yeah,
that thing starts to grow, it's going to be a very valuable asset for you.
yeah, definitely. And yeah, like key point that you mentioned is build your email list with high quality traffic and build your relationship with them, not just push, a lot of junk traffic into it. It's kind of like, if you go to a marketplace and like they sell, I don't know, fruits there, and somebody wants to buy like meat and they go to this marketplace, they won't find what they're looking for there, right? So if you push a bunch of junk traffic into your email list, that has nothing to do with what you want to sell on the like later on, it's not going to be very profitable for you. I hope that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. So the next mistake will be people don't niche or niche. Like, how do you say in the UK?
We say niche. Americans say niche.
Okay.
So yeah, people not niching down. You got me confused then. I had to think over which one. Yeah, this is a big one, right? So sometimes you see people, okay, like I help business owners or I help all businesses, right? And there's a common misconception again amongst people that, like, if you only target a small group of people, like a specific niche, that you're actually leaving money on the table. And it's actually the opposite. If you're targeting all businesses, you're actually leaving money on the table, right? I'm just going to kind of quickly sort of dive into why, right? So, like, all businesses is very broad, and don't get me wrong, there, like, a lot of marketing strategies will work across multiple different niches, right? If you look at the most successful people, they don't target business owners, right? They niche down. They're either helping coaches and consultants, they're helping affiliate marketers, they're helping a specific audience, right? It's impossible to be good at everything, and business is about solving problems. So, like, all different businesses have like different sets of needs and desires, right? So somebody that's kind of in relationship coaching, they're going to have different needs to someone that's a gym owner. A gym owner can have different needs to someone that's a shop owner, right? A shop owner is going to have different needs to someone that's an affiliate marketer, right? So it's just so broad by you actually targeting all businesses. And essentially, like, if you actually listen to the last podcast, I think me and Pascal talk about, naming down your avatar and, creating content that speaks to a specific problems, right? Like I said, those problems are different across all different industries. So, like, it's kind of like a generalist, okay, versus a specialist. So you've got like a general practitioner, right? A GP. They go and just see everyone. They don't really specialize in anything, just kind of any problems. They just try and, diagnose it, right? Versus someone that's like a heart surgeon, right? That person's going to get paid way more than the GP because they possess specialist knowledge and they solve a really painful problem in the market. So, like, if you niche down, focus on one group of people, really understand what makes these people tick. What are their problems? What are their desires? How to help these people, this specific group of people, solve that problem, okay, you can become a beast, right? It's impossible to be good at everything, but it's very easy to be good at one thing, right? So this is why people niche down, and this is why people who pick a niche earn way more money than the generalists, right? I target all business owners. Why do you target all business owners? Oh, because it will work for any business. You're actually hurting your business, right? You look at the big names, right? The Sam Ovens, the Taylor Welsh, all of these kind of people, right? They all have a specific niche, right?
Right.
So anything to kind of add on that one?
I really think you covered covered everything. Yeah, that was a
Yeah.
really good explanation.
All right.
Okay, so that's the third mistake check mistake. So number 4 will be affiliates promote the wrong program. So what do we actually mean by wrong program?
Ah, I don't think it's just wrong program, but wrong product. I think I touched on this a little bit earlier when I talked about
Yeah.
people jumping on ClickBank and just grabbing random products and going out and promoting them. So yeah, like I said, I guess say it again, I don't believe in promoting anything that I haven't used because I don't personally know whether it's actually going to be any good or actually help this person, right?
Yeah.
So that's a golden rule that you should really go by is only promote things that you know and you believe that will help your audience. Okay. Remember, business is about solving problems. And when you can help people solve those problems and you're not just trying to make a quick sell, like you imagine if I sold you something junk, right? That first time around, Pascal,
Yeah.
you would never have spent money with me again,
Yeah.
right? And it's not, business isn't about making that, just quick cash. It's about building, a long-term raving fan base. You look at Apple, for example, right? Apple releases a new iPhone. People are queuing up for days outside the store in the cold, waiting to buy the new iPhone, right? Because they've created a raving fan base of, it's a brand that they trust. It's a product they know that's going to deliver. Okay. And yeah, you basically want to make sure that you're promoting the right things because if you're burning people and there's enough of this going on, trust me, I speak to people every single week who've been burnt by people. If you're watching this, you've probably experienced this yourself. I hear it so much. It's just really important to make sure that you're actually promoting something that you actually believe in and know wholeheartedly will help your audience. I cannot kind of stress how important this one is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of
And
like
sorry,
go
carry on.
ahead.
All right. So and I want to say this as well. It's like sometimes you hear people saying, right, oh, I've got 50 links, right? I've got 50 products. Again, it's like the inconsistencies. Like you do not, people talk about multiple streams of income and that stuff's good, but you don't want to be going for multiple streams of income until you can actually make one work. So
Yeah.
just focus on, promoting one product. If you get that working, then, maybe kind of try and promote two if you want. But I recommend just kind of one core product, and just kind of focus on that.
Yeah, exactly. Like if you have 50 products, then like you're promoting something else every single day or every single week. Like just think about what will your audience think of you? Like let's say you have an email list of like 100 people and every single week you promote something like a different program to them. At some point they're gonna be like I don't know, there's no consistency in like what this person is trying to sell me, or he's trying to sell me the next big thing, so to say, or the next easy quick cash money thing
People don't
every
trust.
single week. It's
People will
like
not trust you if you do that.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, they will unsubscribe, and yeah, like you said, building a relationship is so key um, in any kind of business. And you just, if you don't have people that trust you, or you you lose your trust, like you said, okay, like that's what I wanted to say. If you wouldn't go to a friend and you know tell him buy this program if it's shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
If it's garbage, you wouldn't like. And if you treat people like, I don't know, if you treat people, think just behind your back, behind of your how do you say, in the back of your mind, you just think about money, they will actually feel it. And like you said, there's no relationship built. They don't trust you. They will never buy from you again.
Mm-hmm.
And then you will have to find new customers or clients all the freaking time, instead of just having this, starting off with a few people, building a relationship with them, and like you said, the next program you will have, I will buy it from you because
Mhm.
I trust you. I know that whatever you put out there, it's gonna help for sure and get the results that you promise.
This has happened already. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
brought things out and you've jumped into it, no questions asked, just boom, straight away. And that's
yeah,
what you want. It's like once you've sold people their hot traffic, you've got cold traffic, people who don't know you. You've got warm traffic, people who know who you are. And then you've got hot traffic, people who have purchased from you. And your hot traffic is going to be the easiest people for you to sell to, provided you've delivered, okay, and not sold them something that's complete junk. So yeah, just want to throw that in there.
yeah, exactly. All right, I think you want to add anything? I think we
Oh,
covered
I'm good.
everything.
I'm always so tired, man. When I keep on these podcasts, I'm just yawning. Yeah,
Such a boring topic.
yeah.
All right. Okay. So the next thing is the next mistake, number 5. People don't produce content. So yeah, maybe touch a little bit onto what is content in the first place. I think we touched this in the first episode too. Like,
Yeah.
so please, if you haven't watched the first episode, go back and watch it, and you will get an in-depth, detailed talk about what content is, what kind of content you should be um, putting out there, and stuff like this. So we can give a quick summary and then go
hmm
into the mistake really.
Don't think about it. Just go and watch it or listen to it.
Yeah.
um, so yeah, content is really just about kind of building the relationship. And again, like Pascal says, it's really important not to just kind of jump on the content hamster wheel. Like again, like a lot of people try to shortcut the process and just go in and run paid ads, okay, and then they lose all of their money. So like content
Guilty.
is, yeah, like a lot of people didn't. I did it when I first got into online marketing as well. So content is really there to kind of just build like the know, like, and trust factor with your audience. Okay. And like I was saying on the last podcast, there's a common saying that it takes 7 points of contact for someone to make a buying decision. But a recent study saying, it now takes 70 with, just how kind of everything's kind of shifted. So like this isn't everyone. You've always got that kind of like 3% of your market that's always ready to buy now. If you reach out to them, they'll end up purchasing from you straight away. But for like the rest of the market, it's usually like, that for that other kind of like 7%, there's like 10% of people in your market that can maybe kind of interested in what you kind of got. For them, for that other 7%, it usually takes about 70 points of contact before they make a buying decision about whether to kind of sign up with you or not. So your content is really just there to kind of build a know, like, and trust factor, and really kind of nurture that audience, and then get them to take action. And it's kind of like I was saying with the cold, warm, and hot, right? It's like if most people have kind of been in this situation. So just imagine yourself walking down the road, you're walking down the street, you're just minding your own business. A complete stranger just walks up to you. Okay, do you want to buy these CDs, like, or these magazines, right? I think everyone's kind of been in that like situation. You just keep walking, right? You don't know this person, you don't like them, you don't trust them, right? Now, this person maybe you may be following them on social media. They're publishing content. The content they're putting out really kind of resonates with you. It just sounds like you feel understood, right? And you just following this person, you're just getting tons and tons of value from them, and you can see that they're getting results. They're bringing results for other people, and it's like, okay, so you just keep watching, and then over time, you really start to warm up to this person. You're like, damn, right, I need to jump into, whatever this guy's doing, like. And that's kind of like the power, essentially. That's what your content's there for. Um,
Yep.
and this is why, like I say, organic will always have a much better conversion rate. Although it does take manual labor, it will have a much better conversion rate than cold traffic, just because there's more of a kind of relationship there of your audience versus, it's like a paid ads, like that person walking down the road trying to sell you something. It's like they don't know you. They're scrolling through Facebook. They've just stumbled across like some random ad. or they're on YouTube and ads just popped up, often people don't know who you are. So like your warm traffic is going to be, a lot kind of better quality.
Right. Yeah, and with the value you're providing, it actually helps people, right? It helps people get some minor results or major results. It depends on what you're putting out, and the more
Mhm.
value you put out, the more, like, we always come back to the relationship part, right? But it's we really want to, like, um we really want to hammer this down, or hammer this into you. Business is about relationship, and we will repeat this many times, probably in the course of the next episodes or next dozen
Building
episodes.
relationships and solving problems.
Yeah, exactly.
People will tell you it's a numbers game. I always say it's a relationship game.
Yep, that's it. Yeah, if people don't trust you, if people don't think you can help them, they won't buy from you.
Hmm. And that's the whole point with this podcast, just keeping it real.
Yeah.
Go onto YouTube and have a look. You type in how to make quick cash, and I guarantee, or how to make money with affiliate marketing, and just watch some of the videos, the hype, the BS, the Lambos that they rented. I even saw a guy one time that was he'd actually created himself, I think it was like a 6 or 7 figure business, literally renting out his supercars to entrepreneurs who wanted to do video shoots with them, right? If they just stood in front of the car and it's parked, he would charge one fee. If they actually wanted to drive the car, the fee to actually, rent the car would be even higher. And people buy into this stuff. Oh, you're going to get rich in 30 days. They jump into affiliate marketing like we were talking about earlier. They start spamming their links. They don't make any money within 30 days and they quit.
Yep.
So yeah, just giving it to you how it is.
Yep. That's something that helped me when I met you first. You provided me with realistic expectations, while the whole market was saturated with the whole, get rich quick, make money in 30 days, make 10K in 30 days kind of stuff. Just unrealistic expectations. And if you
And that
have,
is
like,
it
go
is
ahead.
possible. So that is possible to make 10K in 30 days. But I can tell you, most people don't do that. Like that's like, it's pretty rare, to be fair, for
Yeah,
most people.
right. All right. I think we covered point 5. So now the next one is trying to figure everything out on your own. And I was this person for, I think, like 7 or 8 months. I was just, you know, like many other people in the space, on YouTube, how to make money with affiliate marketing, on blog tutorials that will teach you how to make money with affiliate marketing, downloading dozens and dozens of free reports. I think I was gathering around like 100 PDFs of, like, how to start with affiliate marketing, what's the best way, and all this kind of stuff. I bought many $7 programs, $17 programs, but I never made anything from it. And then it got to the point where I met you.
Mm-hmm.
And you probably remember that I was like, okay, I just don't know what like. I've seen all this stuff, but I don't know what I should be doing.
Yeah. And this is what I mean. Like, investing in yourself is one of the best, probably the best thing that you could ever do, right? I think a lot of people come into this space and they feel like, oh, I'm going to make 6 or 7 figures from watching free YouTube videos. I have never ever seen anyone do that successfully. I've seen people make like a bit of money, but they're never really very successful. I've seen people go in the wrong direction. Well, I've spoken to have literally refused to invest in themselves for 7, 8 years. And as soon as they've invested in themselves, they're like, man, I just wish I did this from the start, because, it's just kind of shortcut the process. And like, you don't want to see investing in yourself as an expense. I always saw it
That's
as like,
number 7, by the way.
yeah, what's that?
That's mistake number 7, by the way.
Oh, is it? Sorry.
No,
This
no
kind of
problem.
gone into the two. So
Yeah,
what was
no,
number
it's
6?
nice. It's trying to figure everything out on your own, but it really,
Yeah,
like,
it kind of
it's,
tie in with each other there. Yeah.
yeah,
So like, yeah, trying to figure everything out on your own and refusing to invest in yourself are very kind of sort of tied in. So I'm just going to kind of
yeah,
continue. So like, you want to see it as something that's like, why would you not want to learn from someone that's kind of already done it? They're going to kind of shortcut the process for you. You're going to learn a lot faster, and it's just your life's going to be so much easier if you just kind of go and invest in yourself. And I think most people, they see it as an expense, and it's really not an expense. It's an investment with skills that you can carry for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Investing in myself completely changed the game. Do not. So a lot of people have a false. It is a false belief. I will tell you now. I'll tell you that now. A false belief that they're going to be able to figure it out on their own, right? And the reason I say this is, like I said, I'm over 40K deep in mentorship programs. Some like 10K programs, and like I can tell you now, like the things that I've learned along the way, like everyone kind of brings something else to the table, and there is no way possible that you're just going to be able to kind of figure that stuff out on your own. It's just not going to happen. You might be able to grab like little small pieces of the cake from, or one ingredient for the recipe, but it's like just do it, man. And a lot of people are like, yeah, I don't have the money, I don't have the cash. Like, put it on a fucking credit card, right? Like, seriously, I did not have the money to invest in myself, but I was serious. I knew that my return on investment would be larger than what I spent, right?
Yeah.
And I'm still like, one of those investments, really good one. It was only like, at the time, I think I got like $500 off. It was like $1,500, and I'm still reaping the rewards from that investment, like nearly 2 years on. Still, like all of those investments, I will continue to. I've made it, yeah. The ROI I've kind of made from those investments is just insane, and it's something that's going to continue to compound.
Yeah.
I'll continue to invest in myself. I don't want to figure out on my own. I want to get the result as fast as possible. Okay.
Right.
And if that's what you want to do, you need to change your mindset. It's a broken mindset, thinking that you're actually going to be able to just figure it out. It's just crazy. If you had to fly abroad, would you just jump in a plane and just fly it without any like pilot's license, without knowing like how to use the controls? It's just stupid, right? And this is what I see people, they come into business, and people say like, yeah, only like a small fraction of people who ever get into business actually succeed. When I look at affiliate marketers, this is the exact reason why.
Yeah. Spinning your wheels.
Mm.
Okay, I can. Yeah, I was in this mode like on YouTube. I just need this one last piece,
Mhm.
that's missing, but I never found it. But then I found out what was the last missing piece. It was following a proven process, having somebody who can show you how to do it step by
Mhm.
step.
And I always want to add something here as well. When you find that process, right, it's not a 30-day sprint. Okay, you need to stick at that process and execute on it for like, on average, most people are kind of that have the right process in place. On average, most people, it's 6 to 12 months for them to sort of hit a six-figure income. For most people,
Right.
right? There's some people that do it a lot faster. I know someone that's made 10K in 30 days. Me, it took me 8 months to make $500. Literally, literally, I was like really slow. I did everything wrong at the beginning. But it's a process of,
Yeah.
you stick to something for 6 to 12 months, you could literally be earning a six-figure income within a year, right?
Yeah.
And then the same people say, oh, like, I didn't want to drop a few K. Like, let's say, for example, it's 5K. Oh, that's so expensive, right? And you see this person, you're talking to them, they're in like thousands, like 30, 40,000 pounds or like dollars in debt because they went and got a university degree, right? Study for 4 years, left with a piece of paper. They're working at a job that's unfulfilling, and that piece of paper only allows them it caps their income, right? They're working on hourly pay. They can only earn on average, like most of them won't even be anywhere close to like 100 grand a year, right?
Yeah.
Whereas affiliate marketing, you could put 5K down, get a loan, get a credit card, put 5K down, and you could be earning six figures within your first 6 to 12 months, provided you have the right process in place.
And you put
That's
in the
not going to
work.
happen with the $97 programs. It's not going to happen with the $7 programs. That's not going to happen with the $47 programs. High ticket.
Right. That's the
Maybe a
key.
hard pill to swallow.
Yep.
High ticket. Trust me.
That is, yeah, like it's crazy, but like the same people, like you said, who say like, okay, 5K is a lot of money, and I don't invest that kind of money in a business. You
Mhm.
see them, going for vacations to South Africa and doing like a safari tour and spending like 10K on a holiday, and they don't want to invest 5K into getting their business to 6 figures and like investing in themselves, their skills that they have for a lifetime. It's mind blown.
It's crazy, and it's sad really, because you see these people that are like that, and when they refuse to do it, you see them 6 months, 12 months, years down the line, and they're in the exact same position or even worse position than they were when you first spoke to them. I have clients who have been online for over 10 years, in the wrong programs. I have one that's online for over 14 years. And both of them came into my program, okay, high ticket. I think it's both of them that's like the first high ticket program that they've actually purchased. They were wasting time on like the small programs like for over a decade. And I have to hold my hat up to them, just the resilience to be able to kind of be online. I wouldn't have lasted for that long, results that they've seen. But both of them have come in and they've both started cranking out high ticket sales within their first couple of months of jumping into my program, okay, which is obviously high ticket. Just kind of having that guidance there, the right process and stuff like that, versus just trying to, and these were people that weren't necessarily just trying to figure it out on their own. I think one of them was at first. But yeah, just having the right processes in place, the right mindset to actually make things work as well. You're not going to get that stuff from people on YouTube. You're never going to get the full picture. You may get little nuggets. You're never going to get the full picture.
Yeah. You will always be missing the support too.
Always. And that is huge.
Yeah.
The communities, the support, that is 50% of it.
Definitely. Okay. Anything else there to add? We're gonna wrap this up.
No, just trust me from someone that's been there, someone that's struggled online, someone that's kind of broken through these barriers, help people have those breakthroughs online themselves. I'm bringing this to you as kind of just having like a real kind of heart to heart here, and just bringing this to you because this is just how it is. Maybe a hard pill to swallow. I know it will be for a lot of people because that's just how they are. But ultimately, if you're not happy in your situation, there's a series of decisions that you've made that have led you to be where you are, right? The money you have in your bank account, the house you have, the car you have, like everything that you have right now or don't have, that was your doing. It wasn't the government. It wasn't the rich. That was you. And until you learn to take responsibility for your situation, nothing will change. I was that guy that used to blame everyone. And then someone said this to me one day, take responsibility. And then it was like, And as soon as I started taking responsibility, it allowed me to take the steps necessary that I needed in order to create a better life for myself. Didn't happen overnight. Like I said, it took me a few months to get things going. But that's kind of like the first sort of step, is to look within yourself. How long have you been going in the wrong direction for? How much longer are you willing to sort of live like that? How committed are you? Because it's not a fact of having the money. I was dead broke. I had no money in my bank account. So I went and put it on credit. Didn't happen overnight, but it did change my life. So
if you want to change your life, sorry, go ahead.
Willingness to be resourceful and go out of your way to find a way to make it happen.
Very well said. Okay, so I'm just gonna quickly go through the 7 mistakes again, and then we're gonna wrap this one up. So the first mistake is spamming the internet. You don't want to spam the internet. The second is not capturing email addresses from the start. The third is not niching or niching down. The fourth is promoting the wrong programs you don't believe in. The fifth is not producing content to build relationships. The sixth, oh my God, that's hard to say. Sixth, trying to figure everything out on your own. And the last but not least, seeing investing as an expense. All right. So I'd say thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed watching or listening to this podcast, please make sure to subscribe hit the notification bell in the bottom of this video, or where is it? Somewhere here.
somewhere somewhere over
Wait,
that side. So
here?
yeah, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, we check the comments, so make sure you leave a comment down below as well. Let us know what you think. And if you have any kind of suggestions for topics that you want us to cover for podcasts, leave them down below, and we promise to give you 100% straight, no BS podcast on this topic, obviously provided it's related to affiliate marketing. So
Right. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in.
thank
I
you,
will
everyone.
we'll
Goodbye.
catch you. Goodbye.